All right, let's get into it. Today, we are strapping on our headsets and diving deep into the world of virtual reality to check out the absolute best, most mind-bending puzzle games you can play in 2026. And trust me, these aren't just games. They're experiences built to twist your brain in the most satisfying way possible. So you've got to wonder, right? What is it about VR that takes a normal puzzle and makes it something magical? Well, it's not just a feeling. It turns out that VR gives puzzle designers this incredible new toolbox, letting them create things that just weren't possible on a flat screen. Okay, first big reason, tactile interaction. Think about it. In VR, you're not just clicking a mouse or tapping a screen. You are physically reaching out with your own hands, grabbing levers, turning dials, picking up pieces. It creates this super intuitive, satisfying connection that just makes solving things feel so much more real. Then you've got what I call true spatial reasoning. On a flat screen, your brain is doing all this extra work trying to imagine a 3D space from a 2D picture. But in VR, nope, the world is actually three-dimensional. You have to physically walk around objects, lean in, and peek underneath them to figure out how it all fits together. And finally, this is where it gets really wild: new perspectives. VR lets designers create impossible spaces that literally defy the laws of physics. They can play with your sense of scale, with gravity, even with your own body, forcing you to solve problems from angles you couldn't have even dreamed of before. So now that we know why VR puzzles are so special, let's get to the good stuff. We're counting down the 7 absolute best VR puzzle games of 2026. Let's do this. Kicking off our list at number 7 is Puzzling Places. Now, if your idea of a puzzle game involves intense, stressful challenges, think again. This one is all about pure, meditative relaxation. So the core mechanic is basically 3D jigsaw puzzles, but we're not talking about flat cardboard pieces here. You are assembling these stunning, hyper-realistic 3D models of real-world locations. The magic of VR is that tactile snap when two pieces click together perfectly, and with mixed reality, you can build these things right on your living room floor. You can scale the difficulty from a quick 25-piece puzzle all the way up to a mind-boggling 1,000 pieces. With over 300 DLC puzzles out there, you could be playing this for literally hundreds of hours. Coming in hot at number 6, we have Cubism, and this one takes a completely opposite approach to our last entry. It strips everything down to its most elegant, minimalist form. Just picture this. You're in a calm, zen-like space. Your only job is to fit these complex, almost Tetris-like blocks into a wireframe shape. The reason this is so sublime in VR is the hand tracking. It feels incredibly natural to just reach out, grab a piece, and slot it into place. The game has 90 puzzles that start off simple, but trust me, they become deceptively complex. It's the perfect mental workout that's somehow both stimulating and super serene. All right, at number 5, we've got a game that just messes with your head in the best possible way, something only VR could pull off. This is another Fisherman's Tale, and it's a showcase of pure creativity. Okay, get ready for this, because the mechanic is absolutely wild. You can literally detach your own hands, and even your head. I'm not kidding. See a locked room? Just toss your head through the bars to see inside. Need to grab something far away? Launch your hand like a grappling hook. You can even replace your hand with a crab claw to cut ropes. It's a shorter adventure, about 4 to 5 hours, but it is jam-packed with unforgettable aha moments that are all about physical problem solving. Our number 4 spot goes to an absolute masterclass in atmosphere and tactile design. This is from the legendary studio Fireproof Games. It's Ghost Town. If you have ever played the Room series on any platform, you know these folks are the kings of the puzzle box. Well, they brought all that expertise to VR and wrapped it in a fantastic supernatural story. Every single piece you touch has this satisfying weight and click thanks to the haptics. And the game is filled with these genuine wow moments, these reality-bending scenes that could only ever work in VR. It's just so, so good. And now, for a true legend, a classic reborn for VR and more immersive than ever. At number 3, it's the one, the only, Myst. This is a gorgeous, modernized port of the game that basically defined a generation of puzzle adventures. Being able to physically walk through the ages of Myst is an absolute dream come true. But I have to give you a warning. The puzzles are just as tough and unforgiving as you remember. This is a game that demands patience, careful observation, and yes, you are absolutely going to need a notebook. For real. Nearing the top now. At number 2, we've got a game for the true puzzle purists out there. This one throws away big environments to focus on one single, intensely complex challenge. This is Tamu's Blood and Sand. So the developers basically wanted to create something that forced you to really use your hands and your brain. And the result? Well, it's best described as a Rubik's Cube on steroids. Your entire focus is on manipulating this one incredibly intricate mechanical pillar that keeps shifting and creating new challenges. It is a pure, high-level, brain-burning test of your problem-solving skills. And that brings us to our number one pick, the best VR puzzle game of 2026. It's another brilliant reimagining of a PC classic, The Seventh Guest VR. This game is just a masterclass in how to use VR to make a great formula even better. The creepy haunted house atmosphere is way more immersive when you are actually standing in the rooms. But where it truly shines is how it turns those classic puzzles into these tactile delights. Actually pulling levers, sliding tiles, it feels physically real and just incredibly satisfying. The game rewards careful, patient observation, and solving these puzzles in such an immersive space is a truly special experience. So we've seen the best of the best, but what's actually happening in your brain while you play? Well, it turns out these mind benders are way more than just entertainment. They can be a seriously powerful tool for your cognitive fitness. And this isn't just speculation. A growing body of research points to real cognitive benefits. Playing these games is a direct workout for your spatial reasoning and problem-solving skills. In fact, major universities are studying their potential to improve memory and even help delay the onset of dementia. The key factor seems to be any VR game that makes you pause and think, actively engaging your brain instead of just your reflexes. It's pretty amazing stuff. Okay, with all that in mind, you might be asking, where do I start? Let's break it down, real simple, based on what kind of puzzler you are. If you're the relaxed puzzler, someone looking for a soothing, meditative escape, then your best bets are going to be puzzling places and cubism. They'll engage your brain without raising your blood pressure. But if you're the intense challenger and you crave a serious mental workout, then you should jump straight into the deep end with the unforgiving world of Myst or the pure mechanical complexity of Tamu's Blood and Sand. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Are these incredible games the ultimate tool for sharpening our minds? A new frontier in cognitive training? Or are they the ultimate escape? A way to transport us to impossible worlds where we can just lose ourselves in thought? The beautiful answer, of course, is that they're both. Thanks for watching.